This lab we'll be seeing on Azure environments. So what exactly is Azure environments? If you go to this pipelines, under pipelines you can see the second option called as environments. And as I was telling you about, environments is nothing but it is going to be a same like your Jenkins, where it has been written on pipeline as a code, so you can do both the CI and CD on the single space. That is going to be an environment, and this environment you can actually create multiple things. If you go to this new environment, you have an option of adding a resources later, or you can actually do this in Kubernetes, or you can do it in a virtual machine. Okay, so let me try to actually do it later. So I'm just giving the environment name as DevOps Demo 2020. Okay, and then I'm just giving this same, and I'm choosing it as none, and then I'm trying to create it. Okay, now if you see, my environment is created, and I can add a resource, like either I can add a Kubernetes clusters, or I can add a virtual machine, so that I can add it later. Okay, and here is an option for you to edit and then click and security checks, like I can give a permissions to the people who wanted to access this environments, and I can even add a approval checks over here. If you see here, I'm just adding an approval checks over here, branch control, approval checks, business, and these are all the list of options that is available, like your normal release gates options. So I'm just giving it as approval check, and I'm clicking on next, and I'm just choosing myself as an approver. Okay, and if you want, you can choose an advanced option, like allow approvers to approve their own runs. This is me, so I'm approving my own runs, and I can have a timeout days for it, and just clicking on create. Okay, so I'm just adding an approval over here. If you want, I can add multiple checks over here before it goes to the production environments. Now I have added an approval check. Okay, and this is the your environment is ready to use in a YAML pipeline, and this is the environment name that I'm going to give it. Okay, so I already have a YAML file with me, which is this one, like which is available on your internet. This is just a YAML file. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'm just trying to copy this environment name, or let me first try to copy the YAML. I'm just going to the pipeline, and on the pipeline I'm creating a new pipeline, under which I'm just trying to choose Azure repos, and then I'm just trying to choose okay, it's actually not showing. Let me try to choose any repos, and then I'm trying to do a starter pipeline. Okay, this is what it is. So now I have my own YAML file. So I'm just trying to Control A, Control C. I'm copying my own YAML file, and then I'm trying to replace it. Okay, this is my YAML file, and here if you see, the environment name is this one. So this environment name, I'm going to replace it with the environment name that I created, which is DevOps Demo 2020. Okay, and the rest of the things all remains the same. So now what happens, this particular build and deployment will be running it on my particular environment. If you see, all the deployment and everything runs on my particular environment name. The rest of the things are all remains the same. Okay, so I'm just trying to save and run it. I'm just trying to commit this YAML code to the master. Okay, what it says, okay, it says like it is not found. Let me just try to create a pipeline newly, and then I'm just choosing a demo pipeline over here. Let me choose an old pipeline, and then I'm trying to replace it with this one, with the environment name changed over here. Okay, let me try to save it, or I'm creating a new branch. I don't want to check into the master branch, so let me create a new branch out of it. Okay, so it is not able to find it. That's because I'm trying to link it to a, okay, so let me go to the pipelines, not this, sorry, let me go to the pipelines, and it's better, let me create a new pipeline, and I'm choosing GitHub. Okay, and under GitHub it actually requires a connection for me, so I'm just giving it as Node.js hello world. Okay, let me choose this, and I'm just giving permission to all the repositories, let it go and approve and install. Okay, yes, this is what my email ID is, and then let it get signed up with Azure DevOps. So I'm just linking GitHub with Azure DevOps. Okay, good. So I'm just doing a starter pipeline. Let me replace it with the existing code of mine, and I just change the environment name over here. Now let me try to save and run it, and I'm trying to check into the new branch. Now what happens, if you see here, it is trying to create a pipeline. Now it has got two stages. Okay, similar to your release pipeline. First is a build stage. The next is under jobs, you can see two jobs over here, build jobs and deployment jobs, or you can see it as a stages. So when I click on this build stage, I can see the list of activities that is running on the build, which is normally like checkout, install node, npm, and other things. Okay, under deploy you will have again the multiple options to do it. See, my build stage is completed now, and I can see the artifact is getting published over here. Okay, so it is similar to your normal things, but now what happens, see, now I have my environment created, and if you see over here under environment, it is actually getting deployed. So now it says like never deployed. That's because under pipeline you can see it is actually waiting for my approval. There are two stages for it. When I go inside it, it says it is waiting for my approval. So I'm just going inside, and then it says one approval needs before your deployment. So I'm just clicking on review it, and then I can click on approve. So it just says approve, and then I can click on approve over here. Now what happens, the job is being approved, and automatically the deployment stage will start running. So this is nothing but I am just using a CI/CD pipeline together in a single environment. That is why it is called as an environment. So nothing difference between this one and the normal CI pipeline and the CD pipeline where you are going it and then giving a manual approvals. Everything is same, but I'm just doing all in a single platform, and you can see it as your multiple stages like this. So the deployment gets failed, that I understand, because Azure subscriptions and other things that I've given it wrongly, but that's fine. I just wanted to show you as a demo, that's all. So web app deploy, that's because like my subscription is not good, so it says like the Node.js web app is not found because I did not create any web app over there, and my subscription is not correct also. But just have a look into this build stage completely and the release stage, and it got an approval for us before the deployment gets done. That is what I wanted to show you as part of your environmental pipeline. So this is still under the preview stages, so you can see you can add multiple stages like build stage, QA stage, UAT stage, production stage, and all the multiple stages in a single area. Okay, so that is what it is called over here, and you can see everything on a single page. That is called as an Azure environments. So just try this. Like if you wanted to try the same thing, just create a web app in Azure and then try to give that name over here. Only then it will get successful. Okay, so if you guys have any doubts, feel free to reach out. Until then, thank you.